嘿，大家好，我哋翻嚟試下上維京啦。然後我哋終於去接最後一個章節啦。好想同佢分手啊！即係咁講，我唔係憎佢，純粹
Hytham received a message from Winchester, from someone calling himself a poor fellow
哇，
soldier
點解佢
of
仲戴
Christ.
住呢個面
Your
具
hidden
嘅？
ally. Very interesting.
邊個嚟
More
㗎？
targets, I assume.
Yes. So what do you think? Could it be a trap?
As a West Saxon stronghold, Winchester will be a rather unwelcome place for you. But that is nothing you cannot handle.
係咯，我
If
哋
you
都
go,
處
do
理咗
not
咁
go
多嘢
boldly.
啦。好，得翻呢個啫嘛。Yes。最後一個應該會好快係咪？
The letter asked me to meet a man in white at a house of
其
God,
實應該會調
and then
轉，最後
recite
一
this
個應該會好
phrase.
耐咯。
When pride cometh, then
最
cometh
長一定係
shame,
最後嗰
but
個。
with the lowly cometh wisdom.
A passage from their holy book, I believe.
哇！佢竟
Interesting.
然有讀聖經，
Go with care.
我都冇讀喎，我真係冇讀，我純粹係聽嗰啲故仔咯。好，我哋去做最重要嘅嘢。第一樣就係去轉我哋個髮型，轉呢個啦，係啊，長啲咯，長啲
Anything
又
else
勁
I can do
啲。
for you?
啊，睇唔到啊！
I will see.
拜拜。
Until
拎
next
咗。
time, Eivor.
其實同我哋一開頭嗰個好似咯，純粹一個清爽啲望落啦。然後第二樣重要嘅嘢就係、我哋要將上次拎到嗰個人放落去我哋嘅團隊度。我要整走呢、個。咦，羅樂唔係去咗我個隊伍嘅咩？搞錯啊！羅樂係咯，點解唔同晒嘅？我嗰啲隊伍，白拿係我要嘅，呢、個女仔我都想要，呢、一個可能可以轉做人哋個女人，好唔好？好，轉做人哋個女人，呢個係男定女嚟㗎？算啦，
Good for now?
我次次都係研究呢個問題。
I must take my leave.
拜拜，去做最後嘅任務。咦、我好遠啊！我好遠喎、吓？佢突然間咁樣彈出嚟嘅，我都未揾到嗰個人。係咪好易揾到啊？前邊，佢喺前邊，係。但係會俾人發現，啲士兵唔中意我，又唔中意我，又完成挑戰。
The seat of King Alfred's power, where hawks should sink my boots.
我哋係咪終於可以見到嗰個國王？我哋聽咗佢好多次。
God's house.
佢個名，嗰、個皇帝喺邊啊？再前啲。
Even the mighty fall.
佢講緊啲
And
咩？
God's servant, the Bishop Aelfirth, was mighty indeed in defense of his God. He was a man of surpassing vigor, well versed in the Bible, quick of wit,
我以為佢
Dane
講緊嘢
treads
先，
the
原
cobbles
來喺
of
出
God's
邊。
house, in search of Christ's redemption, I hope.
Your Christ can wait his turn. It is you I've come to see.
唔係佢叫我嚟
Is
嘅
that
咩？
so?
係啊，
When pride cometh, then cometh shame. But with the lowly cometh wisdom. You know these words, and you know why I speak them.
I do, but I am not yet satisfied that you are the one for the task ahead.
吓？點解啊？
As Jesus said unto Thomas, I am the
咁樣
way,
你叫我
the
嚟
truth,
喎，然後你
and
又
the
話你唔
life.
滿意嘅咩事？
Speak the deeds of Christ in order.
吓？
Only then will you
我
come
以
us
為佢
unto
叫我
my
講
Lord.
咯。What？吓？
If I must dance to your tune, tell me where to step.
In books, one may find such wisdom. We had many in
即係
England
要我去揾佢嗰
before
啲
the
樹啊？
Danes
哦
burned our churches. A few yet remain nearby. Or perhaps a more pious soul in need of charity will reward you with a lesson.
咁煩㗎你。
I have nothing for you now, but I will return.
He was a man man of surpassing vigor, well versed in the Bible, quick of wit,
He bathed in the river, so a gentle wash brings them closer to
邊
their
個肯
God.
幫我？仲有呢？仲有冇啊？
Their God brings them light, just
我都
as
識
Baldur
啦，我
does.
真係咩過
Light as
㗎？
bright as the summer sun.
我真係領洗過㗎，我識㗎。哦，呢度原來
He
仲有
rose from the dead? A nice trick, and not easily done.
咦，得啦 ，yes， 原來咁容易㗎，我出咗去境外咯。
Speak the deeds of Christ in order.
On the mountain his face shone like the sun, and he became light.
His transfiguration.
God breathed on the water, and in the Jordan River he was cleansed of all sin.
His baptism.
The women came with offerings, but they could not find him when they looked among the dead.
His resurrection. Thou art weighed in the balances and found wanting. Perhaps you should try again. Speak his story in order.
去領洗。
God breathed on the water, and in the Jordan River he was cleansed of all sin.
His baptism.
然後就佢塊面好光。
On the mountain his face shone like the sun, and he became
冇
light.
應該
His
調轉喎。
transfiguration.
The women came with offerings, but they could not find him when they looked among the dead.
His resurrection. And Jesus
哦
said,
啱咗啊！
I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will never walk in darkness.
啱咗啊
Well spoken.
！Yes，
Are the riddles done?
That is not for me to decide.
我以為
For I am not the one
係
who summoned
領
you.
洗死咗，
If you
然後
follow,
佢塊面
I
先
will
發
lead you to
光。
him.
好彩估啱咗你，如果唔係又要估多次。哇，好黑啊！你度開下燈啦。
I solved your riddle. Now all I
其
get
實
is
佢哋
silence.
近視咪好深
Who am
咯，
I
即
to
係以
meet?
前喺度住嗰啲
Even a
人。
fool, when
So
he keeps
don't.
silent, is considered wise.
Yet men become wise by speaking with other men. They grow foolish when keeping to silence.
Hush!
哎呀，
You're
佢串唔到
prattling
我
offends
就話
God's
冒
ears.
犯上帝咁多。
We're here.
佢唔係韞住我啊，唔係應該。
May Christ, whose terror scares away the foul throngs,
邊個嚟
make
㗎？
with me a strong covenant. Was God's lesson instructive?
你嘅神同我哋
I
嘅神一樣
learned that
怕
your
死。
God fears death, just as mine do, just as every man does.
Yet through our Lord, we may achieve life
係個
everlasting
皇
in
帝。
His glorious presence. Perhaps
佢係個
you
皇帝，
missed
所以
that
先
detail.
咁樣唔俾我哋睇。
Do all the priests in Winchester have this same
佢係個
skill
皇
for
帝嘅死
drama?
蠢。佢變咗一個
You
樣即
risk your
刻。
life, Alfred King.
I have invited you here to speak
我以
on
為佢係
equal
衰人嚟嘅添。
terms. Do the Dane laws of hospitality not apply in Wessex?
You gifted my Jarl to that whelp from the Order of Ancients, the warrior Fulke.
Fulke was an enemy of Wessex. But it seems someone has already removed her threat
即係
from
佢
my
多謝我啊！
lands.
而家
If you did not hear it was me, you have now.
Impressive.
哦，佢唔知係
The
我。
Order of Ancients has surely been crippled by her
但係佢
loss.
勁似聖殿騎士咯，佢
How
呢個
much
皇
do you
帝。
know of this order?
Only this
我
and
估唔到
little
佢係
more.
想打佢哋。
This letter, signed by one who calls himself a poor fellow
屌
soldier
你係
of
驚自己
Christ,
條命，所以先通
warns
知
of a
我。
plot against my life.
好自私啊佢。
The gallows, the quill, the Sikhs.
Oh, yeah,
Three
you
men
want
eager
her
to kill
example.
you.
2 now. The Bishop Aelfirth is dead.
我兩個，
He was the Sikhs, so far as I can
但
tell.
係有佢嘅
And
同
a
盟都
humble
OK
servant of
嘅。
your God. That must sting.
Still, his death has strengthened Christian fellowship in Winchester. I pray the deaths of his colleagues will do the same.
你點解信
You
我
have？faced warriors like me many times before, and many times you have lost or been cheated. Why trust me now?
I have men in London and Jorvik. Men who send me reports on the rise and fall of the tides of war. Not long ago, men and women of some influence were murdered in those places. In oddly specific circumstances. When I received this letter from our poor fellow soldier, it did not take long to work out why. I don't know your motive, nor what you hope to gain. All I ask is that you finish the work you have begun before these fallen souls infest England further.
I should let the Order kill you. It would speed our conquest of England.
You may remove the organs of state. The cancer will remain.
Then promise me a reward I can sing about. A healthy king's weight in silver.
Very well. As much as you can carry. This morning, my reeve, Goodwin, was not at his post.
A man you trust.
Goodwin was following the clues given in this letter when he disappeared.
Where was he last seen?
At his house, by the west gate. You may find something there. Eivor, compose yourself while you are my guest. My city is not a battlefield.
Not yet, great king, but the day will come.
佢好有王嗰種氣質，都好嘅，我覺得。點樣落返去啊？你有冇諗過唔識路？冇啊！好黑啊！呢度真係。出翻嚟死！咦？我真係唔識路咯，OK 好，睇覺得。佢突然間多咗咁多標誌嘅，點解？因為我哋同佢做咗朋友，可能。
Come here, I want to talk to you.
You'll get nothing from me. I'm as loyal as the king's hound.
Vide collecta supra in terra atheres.
我要同佢講嘢。
Et locustus est ad eum et passapit rex somnium.
Winchester mourns a good bishop and a strong, virile man.
然後冇人知道佢就係信人。
Find his peace with God.
What shit?
Alfred's man. Who rules in Winchester anyway?
冇人見到。
Goodwin gone and guards sniffing around. So where would they have taken him? Papers thrown in the fire. Goodwin covering his tracks. Other guards destroying evidence.
咦？鎖晒喺出邊啊！哇，好光啊！好光啊，完全睇唔到。然後入到嚟有學校，好有對比。
Broken bowls, food scattered. They took him by force. There must be a garrison in the city. A violent struggle with the guards. They must have taken him to Winchester's garrison.
再出去。哦，我哋已經知道佢喺入邊。喺邊啊？
I must be careful now.
哦，我哋叫個國王幫手咪得，想自己入嚟，唔合邏輯。
Go, Sunan.
喺入邊，哇喺入邊，冇得打入去，好耐冇打過交。好落去，救佢重要啲。
A Dane in Winchester? These are strange times.
King Alfred sent me, pleading from his bended knee to find someone.
I know Alfred well enough to spot a bloody lie when I hear it. If he did send you, he was standing tall and proud.
That he was, and you are the man I've come to find, Goodwin. Do you know why?
If I had one guess, to find these heretics from the Order of Ancients, and bury them so deep, even God would need a shovel.
So where do we start digging?
My research should help us. If they haven't burned it already, it'll be somewhere
我咪
nearby.
拎咗咯，係咪？
I have your
喺上
papers
面
here, taken from the captain of this keep.
哦，係拎咗啦。
A marvel. History will name you the protector of Winchester. A pricking
明明我
irony.
保護
And
晒
not
成個
lost
英
on
國
me.。Now let us
But
go
see-
before they discover their eel has slipped the hook.
Let's regroup beyond the walls!
睇唔到嘅，我仲以為入邊仲有其他人添。有冇路俾我出去？冇，咁少。佢咁快自己出咗嚟，
I am grateful for your help.
梗係啦，唔係我咁冇人會理你咯。
It is a brazen move
你國
to
王都
arrest
唔夠
Alfred's
膽救
favorite
你。
reeve.
This so-called order are nothing but defiled shit peddlers.
Shit peddlers who have wormed their way into every crevasse of your country. They are dangerous.
I didn't catch your name, did I?
Eivor of the Raven clan. Scourge of Mercia, if that name does not rattle some recognition.
Well, Eivor, when our three heretics smolder on a heap of ash, we'll down a cup of ale together and share our distaste of Mercians like old friends.
你有咩可以
One
話
calls
我知
himself the Quill. Are words his weapons?
There were rumors of letters nailed up around Winchester. It may be that one of these can tell us more.
Alfred believed at least
死
one
咗
is
未
dead.
好咯，其實
Your
係咪？
Bishop Aelfirth was the sixth.
咁我哋未揾少一個。
Bugger. Half of Winchester is in mourning for that nun-groper.
The gallows. What do you know of him?
Must be another Reeve, I'm sure of it. Only we have the power to mete out justice, and this one would walk with cocksure righteousness.
The gallows had you arrested, so he must command the law.
Reeve Selwyn. Of course. That hedge
Oh,
pig has
baka
brought
wando
down
ka.
laws like a hammer on Winchester, executing sinners on spurious charges in the square.
Could it be another?
He's the man. He's the only one who fits. End his terror, Eivor.
吓，咁樣就完啦。好，去揾佢啦，我哋。 喂，我直接殺咗佢就得啦。射箭，射箭咪得，係啊，完全射箭咪得。
Good people of Winchester, open your eyes. See how Alfred's lofty ideals are weighed down in this mire of
係咯，
human
佢咁大聲喺度
effluence.
講佢衰嘢。
These prisoners before you do not live by Alfred's laws. They live above them. They wallow in shit, only guided by their own perversity. Hubert here, his wits addled by ale, spoke false of Bishop Aelfirth, our pious servant of Winchester, who even now lies cold in his grave shroud.
Aelfirth was no man of God. He'll burn for his sins.
Your wife is a baying shrew, Hubert. Is there a man here who has not supped rancid mead from her cup?
When will your work be done, Selwyn? When all of Winchester falls
哦，
to
都
your
有啲人係
justice?
知道佢係衰嘅，咁都好啲。哦，佢殺咗佢，即刻定捉咗佢就。
Winchester has passed judgment, Hubert. May God have mercy on your cankerous soul.
冇啊，救佢啊！快啲啊，我哋要。冇啊，真係。搞錯啊！我哋唔出手嘅。
There is no longer freedom in Winchester.
None are safe from his blade.
The grain store and Alfred
Selwyn punishes criminals, as it should be.
He's the worst criminal of them all.
You cannot slander and keep your tongue. You cannot walk freely through our streets, mocking our laws, our king's edicts. And so I ask,
我
who
爬上
has the
啦。
right to determine the fate of the perverse if
係啊，
not
爬
the
上
good
㗎。
people of Winchester? I am but your humble servant.
食屎啦！俾我爬上嚟死。
Leona, you have been found guilty of
快啲
harlotry and defamation. May God have mercy.
快啲 ，yes。吓咁都唔夠？啊夠啦。嗰個好重要咯，如果唔係就唔可以一下擊殺佢。
Perverter of justice. Who dares execute the king's noose?
我咁。
It is not in Alfred's name that you carry out your work. You are the Order's executioner.
You peer through the veil, but you do not see clearly. Alfred's laws are a slave's fever dream. He offers shit-soaked beggars a seat at his table, where the meek devour the strong. Who best to judge the fate of the wretched many, if not the strong and worthy few?
To protect your people, you must sheathe your hand in an iron glove. You grind your heels into the backs of freedmen, not those who deserve it.
The Order condemns all men to pain. For all men are but a shadow of the perfection we should know. The perfection of the ancient ones.
You are only a man, Reed. One dead branch on a fast-dying tree.
幾適合佢啊！呢個死法。
I should meet with Goodwin, see what he has found on the quill.
好啊，咁喺我逃跑嘅期間，我哋就完咗呢一集佢啦。咁我哋下一集翻嚟先去揾另外一個惡魔筆，然後希望可以殺到佢啦。下一集就係，咁我哋就下一集再見。